Have you ever wondered how a few sincere words after Fajr can change your entire day? There is a powerful Quranic dua that Allah Himself has taught us, and it carries immense blessings for anyone who recites it regularly. Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam emphasized the importance of starting the day with remembrance and heartfelt supplication. In this video, we will explore this incredible dua, its meaning, and why it is a secret source of guidance, mercy, and spiritual strength every morning. The time after Fajr is one of the purest moments of the day. The night has just ended, distractions are minimal, and the heart is naturally calmer and more receptive. At this time, the soul is not yet weighed down by worldly concerns, making it easier to focus with sincerity and humility before Allah. This quiet period carries a unique spiritual energy, where intentions are clearer and prayers are more focused. Duas made after Fajr are shaped by stillness and trust, allowing a believer to connect deeply with Allah. When the day begins with remembrance and supplication, it sets a spiritual tone that influences thoughts, actions, and decisions throughout the hours that follow. Allah's mercy is reflected in the fact that He did not leave people to rely only on their own words when calling upon Him. In the Quran, Allah Himself teaches believers what to ask for, showing exactly what matters most for the heart and the soul. These du'as carry divine wisdom and perfect balance. When a believer recites a Quranic du'a, they are using words chosen by Allah, not shaped by human limitation. This brings confidence and peace, knowing the supplication aligns with Allah's will. Such du'as train the heart to desire guidance, mercy, and righteousness, and help believers form a deeper, more meaningful connection with the Quran itself. The Quranic du'a that asks Allah to keep the heart firm after receiving guidance highlights how fragile the human heart can be. Guidance is a blessing, but remaining steady upon it requires constant support from Allah. This supplication acknowledges human weakness and complete dependence on divine help. By asking Allah not to let the heart deviate, a believer admits that faith is not self-sustaining without Allah's care. The request for mercy shows awareness that only Allah's kindness can preserve belief during trials, confusion, or ease. This dua shapes humility, reminding the believer that true stability comes from Allah alone, not from personal effort or knowledge. Faith is constantly tested by doubts, desires, and the influence of the world. This Quranic supplication acts as a shield, guarding the heart from slow spiritual erosion that often goes unnoticed. By turning to Allah regularly, a believer seeks protection from internal whispers and external pressures that weaken conviction. Reciting this dua nurtures awareness and vigilance, helping a person recognize early signs of spiritual drift. It reinforces clarity between truth and falsehood, especially during moments of confusion or emotional struggle. With Allah's protection, the heart remains anchored, allowing faith to stay alive and responsive despite changing circumstances and challenges faced throughout life. The first moments of the day often determine the mindset that carries through every task and interaction. When the morning begins with supplication, the heart becomes oriented toward purpose rather than pressure. This early alignment influences how a person responds to challenges, delays, and decisions as the day unfolds. A day shaped by remembrance develops greater patience and awareness of Allah's presence. Instead of reacting impulsively, the believer approaches situations with calm and trust. Over time, this pattern creates emotional balance and spiritual discipline. Morning supplication quietly programs the heart to seek Allah's pleasure, allowing daily actions to reflect intention rather than habit. Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam treated supplication as an essential part of worship, not an optional act. After completing prayer, he would turn to Allah with humility, teaching the Ummah that Salah is followed by intimate conversation with the Creator. This practice showed that prayer opens the door and dua deepens the connection. By consistently making supplications, Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam demonstrated reliance on Allah in every matter. His example teaches believers to seek guidance, forgiveness, and strength beyond the formal structure of prayer. Following this sunnah nurtures closeness to Allah and transforms routine worship into a living relationship rooted in trust and devotion. Seeking Allah's mercy is an acknowledgement that human strength alone is never enough. Mercy is what softens hardships, heals spiritual wounds, and opens doors that effort cannot. When a believer asks for Allah's mercy, they are asking for care that reaches both the seen and unseen parts of life. Allah's mercy provides stability during weakness and hope during uncertainty. It reassures the heart that mistakes do not end the journey back to Him. By constantly seeking mercy, a believer remains connected to forgiveness, compassion, and divine support. This reliance nurtures resilience, allowing faith to grow even in moments of failure, loss, or confusion. Turning a single dua into a daily habit transforms it from an occasional request into a lifelong companion. Consistency trains the heart to return to Allah regularly, regardless of mood or circumstance. Even on ordinary days, repeating the same supplication builds spiritual discipline and awareness. Over time, this habit strengthens memory, focus, and emotional attachment to prayer. The believer begins to feel incomplete without this moment of connection. Regular repetition also deepens understanding, as the meaning of the words unfolds gradually through lived experience. What starts as a simple routine becomes a source of comfort, grounding the believer in faith and trust every day. Sincerity is the heart of every supplication. Simply reciting words without feeling or attention reduces a dua to empty repetition. When making this Quranic dua, the believer must focus fully, imagining the presence of Allah and understanding the weight of the request. Presence of heart transforms the act of speaking into a meaningful conversation with the Creator. It encourages reflection on personal needs, intentions, and the reliance on Allah alone. By concentrating deeply, the believer internalizes the dua, allowing it to shape thoughts and attitudes. True acceptance and spiritual benefit come when words are paired with heartfelt devotion and awareness of Allah's infinite knowledge and mercy. A small but regular dua has the power to shape a believer's life in profound ways. Even brief moments of sincere supplication create spiritual momentum that accumulates over time. Each repetition strengthens faith, reinforces reliance on Allah, and nurtures patience and hope. Consistency allows the believer to face challenges with a grounded perspective, knowing that Allah's guidance is always sought first. The heart becomes more attuned to divine wisdom, and decisions are increasingly influenced by remembrance of Allah. What may seem like a simple morning habit gradually transforms character, deepens spirituality, and affects actions, relationships, and life choices in ways that last a lifetime. Remember, starting your day with this powerful Quranic dua can bring guidance, mercy, and peace into your life. May Allah keep your heart steadfast, your faith strong, and your mornings filled with barakah. At Graceful Deen, we encourage you to make this dua a daily habit and feel its blessings grow in your life. If this reminder touched your heart, share it with others subscribe for more Islamic guidance, and comment Amin to join us in this heartfelt prayer.